Hello everyone, and this is Kenzie Wonderdrift broadcasting today's Female Dota 2 Southeast Asian League Season 5 action. It's game number 2 between Searena and Vengeance. Let's introduce the players for both teams. For Searena, you have BB, Nemo, EY, I'm Gorgeous, and Strawberry. And for Team Vengeance, we have Shanicha, Barbie Mashal, Self-Inflicted, Voy, and Myron. So let's see to recap what happened in game number 1. Which was a victory for Team Searena over Team Vengeance, which looked like a close game by the mid area of the map, but of course Searena with that victory, and the decisive factor was the fact that Team Vengeance weren't able to capitalize the Chronosphere at their most efficient level. Like the timing was a bit off. Sometimes the Chronosphere was activated too early, and then there were times when the Chronosphere was activated on 2 heroes, but then the other support heroes for the Faceless Void were far outside of the action zone, and that wasn't good news for Team Vengeance, as Team Searena capitalized on that with the fact that they had better right-click options compared to Team Vengeance in game number 1. So let's see what happens here in game number 2. Will we see the same story in the script for Team Searena? Will they go for a 2-0 sweep, or will Team Vengeance get that necessary draw which they desperately need, especially if you are ranked number 15th out of 15th in this tournament? You certainly would like to ascend into the aura of greatness and perhaps beat Pacific Pink. Well, that's quite impossible because Pacific Pink is like the best team in this league, and the sort of timing and execution that they possess is just quite unbelievable. Okay, now let's go to the tactical analysis of the bans and the picks for both teams. Searena's bans: 2 heroes who could slow you down in terms of magical assault, silencer 1 with the global silence, anti-mage who could slowly deplete your mana. And there are heroes who you do not like to encounter in close quarter combats. I'm referring to the Earthshaker and the Timbersaw. Timbersaw doesn't deal a lot of right-click damage, but his spells do a lot of damage, and you would not like to encounter that. Earthshaker, his spells likewise do a lot of damage, so Team Searena are cautious, knowing that if you look at their composition, they want to maximize the Warlock and their Lich. And the best way to maximize those two is to eliminate these 5 heroes who could slow down those 2. Anti-Mage is 1 with the blink, the consumption of your mana. Timbersaw is another one with the armor, as well as he could obliterate you easily with his first skill and his ultimates, as well as his ability to pull trees, which will not be good because Warlock and Lich does not have that sort of mobility. And you want to execute your spells in perfection, so you don't like the silencer to be encountered as well. Now Vengeance bans: all damage outbursts. Viper is 1. Tinker is another. Outworld Devourer is another as well. Team Vengeance banning 2 heroes that gave them nightmares in the first game. Viper was 1 and OD is the other, and they do not like to encounter those right-click assaults. But there are always other options as well. Let's see. Sniper is another option. Although, yeah, Sniper is one option that Team Searena could capitalize as a sort of backup from the Viper. Venomancer as well could be deployed in the battlefield. And let's see. They certainly, Searena has this tendency to roam around the map efficiently, and they want to slow down Searena. So they opted to ban the Nyx, not the Nyx Assassin, but the Weaver, because of that daunting ability of turning invisible and shredding your supports alive, especially when they roam around the jungle. Now let's look at the team composition so far for Team Searena. Okay, you have sustainability because you have the Lifestealer. You have the Lich with that Frost armor to keep the Lifestealer alive. You can also help your team survive in team fights because you have the Undying as well. He has a Tombstone to slow down the opposition. There's a Warlock who could also slow down the opposition with a Fatal Bonds. And with his third skill. And add the fact that he has the ultimate. Those golems to burn you alive. So Searena, they have some sustainability options. And they have some slow down options as well. Vengeance on the other hand. So they have a stun from Vengeful, sustainability from Doom, Pugna as a slower, Wind Ranger as your right clicker or your potential mid laner. So Vengeance is very much mixed, well balanced. Well, I shouldn't say well balanced yet because of course, even though they're a balanced team, no, they're not well balanced. Cut the chatter. They're not well balanced. Because one, they could easily be shredded apart with a Lifestealer. They don't have that sort of additional sustainability other than the Doom with the Scorching Earth, although Pugna can provide that sort of insurance policy when needed. And the final pick is Slark. So you have your right clicking damage. So there's going to be a Wind Ranger mid, definitely. Or Pugna mid. I mean, I've seen Pugna mid before. And Pugna mid is terrifying, especially when that Nether Blast hack is just hitting on your buildings. Chances are it's going to be a Slark carry and Doom it off lane. And Vengeful at 4 and Pugna at 5. Actually, normally we see Pugna at 3. But in this game, we're going to see Pugna at 5. Now it's going to be a last pick for Searena. Okay, let's talk about Vengeance's lineup. Okay, your right-click options, Slark and Wind Ranger. You could also slow down using the Wind Ranger and the Pugna. Doom is very helpful in stopping any magical damage dealer. It could also be used to slow down the Lifestealer once the Doom is activated on the Lifestealer before the Rage is activated. So that could be a good option as Mirana gets chosen and deployed in the battlefield. Lineup wise, I like Team Vengeance's lineup because the Doom combine it with Pugna and Slark. That's a lethal combination. And then you have the range from the Wind Ranger, Wicked. But Searena has countermeasures as well to that. One, they could easily obliterate the Doom with the Warlock. That's if the Warlock isn't doomed. And then there's the Undying to slow things down. And there's some AoE assaults from the Lich. So if the Doom activates the ultimate, Lich could use her ultimate as well as a sort of countermeasure. I think I'm going with Searena with this lineup. I think they have better countermeasures options compared to Team Vengeance, and even sustainability wise, they could last long more in a team fight than Team Vengeance. So that's my pick. How about you guys? What do you guys suggest here? Okay, last hit to the nice. Let's introduce the two teams. Searena representing the Radiant, Strawberry as a Mirana, BB as a Warlock, Nemo at Lich. Oh come on, not this again. Gorgeous as Undying, and the Courier. Ah, cute Courier, reading a book. And EY as a Lifestealer. Now, Vengeance representing the Dire with Shanicha at the Slark. Self-Inflicted at the Wind Ranger. Okay, Self-Inflicted is the offlane hero. Voy at Doom. Barbie Mayshol as a Pugna, so we might see a mid Pugna. Myron as a Vengeful Spirit. So mid wars, it's gonna be Pugna, definitely Pugna, because Barbie Michelle, she's the mid lane in game number 1. Unless if Self-Inflicted would like to volunteer her life, but chances are Pugna's gonna go mid. Like I've seen Pugna mid from Neon Gaming before against Warriors, against WG Unity, and oh, it was doing a lot of damage, especially pushing the towers. And it's gonna be, yeah, pushing wise, it could be an advantage for Pugna because of that Nether Blast, and he could defend herself with the Nether Ward, which is quite crucial in making sure that Mirana doesn't always have an easy time pressing on her. So we're just gonna wait for the Vengeful Spirit to come out. Myron definitely gonna be that roaming support. So if Pumna is mid, who's the primary support? Self-Inflicted is gonna be offlane. Doom at secondary support, which I don't normally see. Usually I see Doom at offlane. So that means Myron is the primary support as she has the Observer wards. Well, Vengeful is usually deployed at position 4, but position 5, possibly she could be, especially with that first skill, which is a good, well, Initiation Assault, and Nether Swap as well, which could also be useful. But normally we see Vengeful at 4. Shanicha will be the hard carry, definitely. Maybe. No, she is. Strawberry at mid. Yeah. Fogia, BB, Warlock. As you can see, there's a flooding in the chat screen. Gorgeous. Yeah, so it's going to be Gorgeous in the top lane. Gorgeous versus Shanicha. No, who's the offlaner? No, EY's a hard carry. Offlaner. Yeah, Undying's going to be offlane. So it's going to be Gorgeous against Shanicha. Strawberry versus, not self-inflicted, Barbie Marshall. And then a possible tri-lane between Nemo, BB, and EY. This is a good combination for Searena on the bottom lane in the laning phase. Because you have two heroes who could really cause a lot of nightmares in laning. Warlock is one with the Fatal Bonds, which will slowly deplete your HP. Nemo has the Frost Blast, combine it with the Sacrifice, which is very, very useful in making sure that EY gets the space needed, because these two will press on whoever is the offlaner, which will be self-inflicted. Self-inflicted's gonna really struggle against this combination here, and EY will certainly capitalize on the struggle of self-inflicted. That's just my prediction. Well, let's see if self-inflicted is indeed an offlane maestro against these two threats. Top lane, Shanicha against Gorgeous. Will she bring Myron? Will she bring Myron and who else? No, not Barbie Michelle. Voy. It's going to be an interesting question. Voy using her Devour ability could give space for Shanicha, because she could devour like any creeps, which could be helpful for Shanicha to initiate a clash against Gorgeous, or to help Shanicha run away. And then, oh, finally the Vengeful is back in the game. And finally we could start. I'd certainly like to start Myron. Gee, come on. I'd like to play. I mean, I like to cast. I'm not going to play. So that's just my tactical analysis for this sort of match. I want to hear your side. Who do you think is going to win? Let's look at the Twitch chat, shall we? Oh, there's a heart. So Mika Salazar 21 has already given her his or her emoticon. Yeah, a heart. Purple heart. Thank you. I'm not sure what that purple heart was meant for, but I'm not sure if it's a shout out for your special someone. Now let's see a brawl here. Voy. Yeah, hide through the tree lines. Keep yourself safe, keep your distance.
30 seconds to battle.
Okay, so Voy's gonna go in the bottom lane. He's with self-inflicted. Yeah, which is yeah, self-inflicted does need help, especially if you're dealing with the Lich and the Warlock. And the Scorch Earth will potentially keep self-inflicted alive. Now, Team Vengeance going for a 2-1-2 formation, which is understandable, because you want self-inflicted to be alive against this. This is a very brutal assault for Team Searena, and this is a very, very powerful arsenal at the bottom lane. Now, Shanica and Myron in the top lane against Gorgeous. Gorgeous might have an upper hand here because the fact that Undying is very sustainable. And now the mid wars, it's Barbie Marshall and Strawberry as predicted. Top, we have Gorgeous all by herself against Shanica, Myron, and a backstabbing Voy. Voy is roaming around the map. Self-inflicted all by herself against Nemo, BB, and EY. Now Gorgeous, remember that sustainability from the Undying is going to be very helpful for her against Voy, Myron, and Shanica. However, Gorgeous doesn't have that sort of mobility compared to Self-Inflicted, but Self-Inflicted is very squishy, and she's going to easily get picked apart, especially when the Fatal Bonds and the Frost Blasts are combined. And as predicted, EY is going to lead the last hits and denies because of the pressure caused by Nemo and BB. And EY saying thank you to her teammates. They're doing a wonderful job. But it's still early in the game. But look, Self-Inflicted only got one creep kill. She's trying to press on, but Nemo is like, I'm not giving you space. You suffer, you struggle, and that's your problem. Now look at this. Nemo just further advancing forward, not giving space for Self-Inflicted to charge in forward. It's like Gorgeous in game number 1. Gorgeous was struggling against that lane assault from Team Vengeance, although her teammate Strawberry made up for that, which is a good sign, a very heroic effort by Strawberry in game number 1. Now Self-Inflicted, knowing that she's struggling, I wouldn't be surprised if she's forced to jungle here. I mean, that's what Gorgeous did in game number 1 when she's struggling, but now Gorgeous is going to get surrounded there. There's a pounce in, there's a stun by Myron, another stun by Vox. There's a block around the Tombstone activated to slow the opposition down, but it's not going to be enough as Team Vengeance draws first blood. And poor Searena Gorgeous goes down. And yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier, the lack of mobility from the Undying against 3 heroes who could really slow you down is going to be a question for concern. But Gorgeous, it's still early in the game yet, but now BB forced to rotate in the top lane. I think Nemo and EY alone is good enough against Self-Inflicted because 1, Sacrifice and Frost Blast together with EY's presence being that sort of grueling tank is going to be very helpful. And we see a pull by Team Vengeance, which I have not seen Team Searena do in this game. Not even in the first game, I have not seen any pull. So this is like the first pull I've seen. Or if you think I'm mistaken that there was a pull in game number 1, well, just inform me. But well, in my eyes, it's the first pull I've seen. Look at Nether Blast doing that sort of damage, although not yet at its highest peak. We could see a brawl anytime here. Myron gets a stun on BB. BB, can she run away? BB just loop-de-loop to the left and loop-de-loop to the right. She's just waiting for the bounty to appear, and it does appear. She gets it. She snatches it over the face of Myron. But here comes Voy coming to the rescue. There's a tombstone to slow Voy down. Here's Shanica with a leap. Following up, and poor, she goes down. And there's a stun by the... Oh, this Myrtle creep is the MVP for Team Searena because it got a stun on Voy. And Voy couldn't run away, but Barbie Michelle activates a second skill, the Decrepify set, to slow Gorgeous down. But Gorgeous keeps herself alive. Barbie Michelle forced to rotate. That gives space for Strawberry to farm in the mid lane. Now it's 22-12 compared to 10-3. And that's not a good sign if you're Team Vengeance that your mid laner early in the game is forced to rotate in the top lane. To be honest, I don't like the decision of Barbie Michelle to rotate in the top lane. I think she should just stay in the mid lane because Strawberry, who's now level 6, is going to be a living nightmare. And look, she's just level 4. Now, here's the thing, it's gonna force Team Vengeance to rotate, especially the roaming supports, and when that happens, that gives space for EY to farm. So you certainly would not like Lifestealer and Mirana to get that gold needed, and giving them space is like the worst thing you're gonna let them do if you're Team Vengeance. So as much as possible, you have to make sure that you time your rotations well. You don't rely on it too much, but getting a kill on Nemo is one way to sustain themselves and get the momentum. Now that doesn't give space to EY, because EY is now forced to retreat without the presence of Nemo. Now Gorgeous and BB. The rotation caused by BB forced EY and Nemo to be handicapped in the bottom lane, especially with this roaming Doom. So it's a good news. But right now you can see here Barbie Michelle, one more hit. The Crepify keeps her blast. Oh, the Nether Blast activated, and it's a 1-on-1 pick off. But self-inflicted, the timing set with a sling. I mean the power shot doing that job. It looked as if it was going to be an evenly matched assault, and then here comes the judge, the jury, and the executioner by self-inflicted, doing what she does best. Now Myron bringing backup. I mean Myron serving as a backup because Barbie Michelle needs momentum, especially if you look at the stats. Just an absolute obliteration here by, and look, oh dear, look at that. And then Nemo goes down. It's another one, another kill. Let's see, Searena BB gets a kill on Shanicha, and Shanicha down. The hard carry down is certainly good news. It's a good sight to see if your team Searena. Of course, losing Nemo was part of the plan. She's forced to sacrifice her life. Now you can see a potential wraparound. Oh, there's a slow and Void. Void has to be assaulted. Doom doesn't have that sort of tankiness in terms of base armor. But of course, a slowdown from self-inflicted makes her alive. There's a Moonlight Shadow to keep Void down. Void, will she go down? She does go down. Oh, BB activates her third skill to slow the pace of the game for Team Vengeance. Team Vengeance forced to retreat. They couldn't even charge in further forward because of the timing of BB. But the slingshot, the shackle shot, it's not going to be good. And now the sort of spacing needed as Gorgeous is forced to separate in no man's land. But here comes EY charging it forward. There's Nemo with a Frost Blast, and now it could do damage. But no, Nemo sacrificed her life. Now here comes Barbie Michelle using her ultimate, gets a kill on Gorgeous. Gorgeous goes down. Now it's only up to one member, EY. But of course that rotation forces Strawberry to get the farm needed in the mid lane. She has space needed. And without the presence of BB or anyone from the top lane, even Gorgeous gone, Shanicha has space to push as well. So both teams have already conceded spaces and given their worst nightmares a sort of gold advantage needed. Because if you look at it, 37-11 is the score for Shanicha. Strawberry already 43-22. The good news is EY was able to survive in that clash in the bottom lane. Because of that, her lassitude and ice are still stable. Now we could see an assault on Shanicha. Shanicha, can you run away? Yeah, she does run away. So with Nemo and EY, they're still sticking to the same game plan. It's understandable why, because, well, Nemo is enough to slow down the opposition, and you want to make sure you want to capitalize on Gorgeous, and Gorgeous would like to. She definitely needs the services of BB, and there's a pounce on BB. BB's going to get slowed down, but the heal caused by BB activates her first skill. Now here's a third skill to slow Shanicha down, but here comes Myron to the rescue. She could stun, and there's a stun on Gorgeous, and Gorgeous goes down. Shanicha activates her Death Pact, and she's nowhere to be seen. I mean her Shadow Pact. Now it's Strawberry level 9, and she's just dominating the last hits and denies together with EY. So in the late game, this is going to be a living nightmare for Team Vengeance. Can they do something with this? Now Team Nemo. Nemo, run away, Nemo. Run away, run through the fishes, run through the sea. Captain Nemo, call a boat. You're not going to go 20,000 leagues under the sea. You're going to go dead. So Barbie Michelle versus Strawberry still. Wow, it's a 20-point deficit in favor of Strawberry. 51 to 30. Okay. Well, Nemo is dead, but EY is alive. that's what matters most if you're Team Searena, although Nemo constantly dying is, well, it's a slight issue, especially if Vengeance could get all the bolsterous items needed because Nemo keeps on constantly dying. As Gorgeous gonna get pressed on here, there's Myron at her back, backstabbing her. No follow-up yet. She still manages to live. Now Voi's coming here, although revealed her position too early. And that's not a good sign because, well, Strawberry has the sort of countermeasures needed. And of course you also have the sort of mobility. Now EY has the armlet of Mordigan. All because of the fact that she has space needed. Now she's gonna go for a Desolator. And if she goes for a Desolator within 15 minutes, if you're Team Vengeance, you're gonna kick yourself at the face, no matter what happens. Okay, so Michelle forced to go. Okay, Barbie Michelle rotating another, and Strawberry capitalizing on that. There's something problematic with that, like what I mentioned earlier. The fact that Strawberry gets all the space needed, now self-inflicted. Also gonna get pressed on there, and there's the Infest Bomb activated. Now Barbie Michelle going through the lines, gets a kill on Nemo. No follow-up there for EY, but EY manages to get a kill on the off-laner. Now the Moonlight Shadow keeps her alive. I mean, getting a pick-off on Nemo was good, but the fact is EY is still alive. And Void couldn't even activate her skills. I mean, she has the ultimate, does she? Yeah, she has the ultimate. But the fact is EY manages to keep herself alive. But the Doom combined it with the ultimate of the Lifestealer. The Lifestealer manages to keep herself alive, all thanks to BB. Now Void's going to get slowed down here. Will Void run away? Void can see. Let's see what happens here for Void. And the Shrine is activated. Now Void's going to get slowed down in here. It's not a good position for Void. Why did you go to the Shrine area and you're going to get wrecked apart there by EY? And Void was very confident, saying, I got my ultimate set, but no. EY says, really? Your ultimate versus my ultimate, and the fact I have BB and the Shrine? Goodness gracious, good luck with that. I can still survive against you. Which happened. She does survive. Now Mirana has the Mask of Madness. That's going to give her other sustainability options, other than just leaping away from the battlefield. To the fact that she could just steal your HP away. Dying? Not. She doesn't have yet her ultimate. Yeah, I think she's saving, her ultimate when she gets the best items. Because that's where she'll make a lot of devastating effects in team fights. Okay, so let's see. EY armlet set. She's already gonna... She set her eyes on a Desolator. It's gonna be easy for her. And Strawberry getting the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Shanicha gets a kill on Gorgeous. Now here's a follow-up. Nemo activates a Chain Frost, but it's not going to be enough. Even a Tombstone. Will this Tombstone get a kill on Void? Void gets killed by the Tombstone, but here's Strawberry with a Sacred Arrow on Shanicha. Shanicha goes down. Barbie Michelle next on the target list. Will she run away? She can activate her Decrepify if she needs to, but the damage from Strawberry is just too much for her. Barbie Michelle forces a retreat, and that's the thing I've been talking about. You force Strawberry to get all the space needed. And look, the right-click damage is slowly getting up. As right now, let's see what happens for Strawberry in there, but Gorgeous coming to the rescue. Here's the Moonlight Shadow. There's the swap on Strawberry. Can Strawberry keep herself alive? Okay, here's what happens. Gorgeous comes into the rescue because BB says, look, I'm here to help my teammates, and Gorgeous gets bolsterous, gets charges in further forward, and is paid dividends as the Vengeful Spirit gets wrecked apart to shreds. And space created as EY is going to push in the bottom lane. The tier 1 tower is exposed. Now it's going to be space created once more for her. Void forced to go in the bottom lane. Will she be able to defend this area? No, she doesn't. But Shanicha gets a kill on Gorgeous. Gorgeous getting wrecked apart by Shanicha. I mean, the positioning of Gorgeous here was just an absolute nightmare for her. Surprisingly, I don't see Barbie Michelle trying to use a Nether Blast on the creep waves. As you could see there. I wasn't able to catch this. Shanicha forced to hide through using the Shadow Blade. Of course, that Golem activated by BB is just slowing everyone from Team Vengeance. They did get a kill on that lowly Wind Ranger. Now you can see a potential brawl anytime happening here. Nope, not yet. But the fact is, there's more pushing pros from the side of Team Searena because of this monster called the Golem. Now Shanica forced to farm. I think she's constantly stalked by this combination from Strawberry, Gorgeous, and BB. Searena forced to deny a tower in the mid lane. But here's the thing. Placid denies. Let's see, look at the net worth. Whoa, that is not a good sign if you're Team Vengeance. You're allowing two heroes who could kill you in the late game get all these creeps and all the easy gold. And with that easy gold, you'll be like, what have we done here wrong? Now, we haven't seen the combination of EY and Strawberry. I thought there was a brawl in here. But Myron, where have you been? Where have you been, Myron? Now you're gonna get slowed down. There's a Frost Blast. No follow-up yet. But while it was happening, self-inflicted. Wait, self-inflicted got a kill there in the bottom lane. Now Voy is gonna get assaulted in here. Here comes a brawl happening. There, oh, the Chain Frost. The timing of the Chain Frost activated, perfectly timed, and that forces Voy to separate herself with her teammate. Now self-inflicted goes down. The follow-up damage too much. But of course they lost EY. But now they're gonna go on Barbie Michelle, who gets stunned in there and gonna get slowed down by this walking zombie. And look who's this, Barbie Michelle. Do you think that the Decrepify is gonna keep you alive? Nemo? Oh, she does go down. Goodbye. Goodbye. And welcome to the graveyard, because there's no way for you to live. But yeah, that's the thing. First Vengeance were forced to rotate. They were trying to go aggressive on EY, which they desperately needed. But they let the others get the momentum needed, especially Strawberry. And she's already level 15, and she has a Dragon Lance. I mean, 17 minutes have passed, and the fact that she's getting all the items needed compared to Pugna. Well, Pugna has the Ether Lens, which is good. But you want to have that sort of additional damage items. Look what Gorgeous and Nemo are going to do. They're going to go wrap around on Yoy. Voy? Well, here comes Myron doing what she does best. Roaming around through the forest. Wow, they are going to target the bottom lane. There's a Moonlight Shadow. We could see an Initiation Assault, an Infest Bomb together with the Moonlight Shadow. That's a perfect combination. But Shanica hiding through the backlines. There's a stun there by Myron. Activated in Strawberry. Nemo hiding in. There's a swap in. Oh, combine it with a Golem Assault. And that's going to be that sort of momentum booster. And here comes a Chain Frost on Myron as well. And Strawberry doing the damage from far from behind. He's going to get a kill in Void. Void goes down. And that's what you want to see. Self-inflicted next to the target list. Can self-inflicted run away? The zombie slowing her down. She's going to get slowed down as well. She might get a kill here on Strawberry. One more hit. One more hit. No, Strawberry survives. She survives. Oh, from the brink of death, she runs away. And EY wasn't even involved in that assault. She just doesn't even seem to care. She's just going to push the tier 2 tower in the top lane. Oh, Strawberry. Easy. She was well saved in there, and I thought self-inflicted was going to get a kill, but Gorgeous has her zombies to slow down the opposition. There's no way for Strawberry to die with the zombies slowing down self-inflicted. Man, those zombies are really helpful. I'm beginning to fall in love with those zombies. They're the real MVPs of this match. Okay, let's just go back. Let's not talk about those chitty chatters. So EY with that space created gets a push on the tier 2 tower. Barbie. Oh, she's just gonna go back and forth. So, if you look at the game plan of Team Vengeance, they were so determined to get the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. I don't know why, but it just seems to be that way. Now Sean is just going to get a pick off of Nemo. There's a pounce on Nemo. Nemo's going to get assaulted, but Gorgeous is there to the rescue. And there's the follow-up damage on self-inflicted. The tombstone is activated, but it's not going to be enough. But here's the thing. I mean, Team Vengeance, they're still reliant. They're trying to push themselves in the bottom lane because they know that EY is there. But then Team Searena, knowing that Team Vengeance, that's what they're going to do. They've set their traps already. Nemo was invisible in that game, was invisible because of that Moonlight Shadow. She didn't reveal herself yet. And when things started to get, when the positioning of Team Vengeance was bad, where all of them were together, Nemo started to say, I got my ultimate, and look, and in that assault, okay, we could see another one here. There's a pounce on BB, and there's the Doom activated on Strawberry, and BB goes down. Doom's not gonna, I mean, look at this. Strawberry's not gonna survive through that, especially with the ultimate activated on her. But of course, the ultimate is about to expire, and now Team Searena going aggressive on Voy. Voy might go down, but the Scorched Earth tries to slowly keep her alive. Let's see if Voy can run away. She has the face boots to run away, and of course, she lives and tells her tales of survival. All because of the face boots and the Scorched Earth. Let's do a quick item check. Okay, Nemo, nothing really significant. Life Sealer, same items, although with the Echo Saber. Gorgeous, Blade Mail. Mirana, she has a pike. Shanicha, Shadow Blade, good for initiations, which we've seen in the early assaults. But so far, it's only Shanicha who has the items. Self-inflicted. I was expecting she's going to go for like a Desolator, but she's opted for a 4-staff. The Desolator or Daedalus. And now Searena going to the Smoke Gang. This is an interesting move. Let's see what who they could catch. So far, they haven't caught anyone off guard. Although it's still an evenly matched game between these two teams. It's still anyone's game, but so far Team Searena doing a better job in executing in team fights more than Team Vengeance. As you can see, an easy potential prey, self-inflicted. Uses a 4-staff to run away. Now they're gonna set their sights on new targets, as of course. Poor Myron. He was easy prey, but Shanicha. There's a pounce on BB, but the Warlock activates his ultimate, and here comes a Moonlight Shadow to keep the team alive, but it's not going to be enough. But A was caught in the middle of no man's land, and there's a Chain Frost activated on 2 heroes, but it's not going to be enough because the separation was able to keep the team alive for Team Vengeance, and EY barely survives through that. All thanks, I mean, the Doom was slowly killing her. But while that's happening, Barbie gets killed because Strawberry catches her off guard with a double damage rune and the leap. Now let's see, Gorgeous and Shanicha. They have to find a way to stop Shanicha. The Shadow Blades were just killing the entire supports of Team Searena. And while she gets these easy pickoffs, it gives her that sort of momentum boost. And when she gets a momentum boost, she's gonna definitely have that sort of items that can make her dangerous. I'm referring to like a Lincoln Sphere or a BKB, which will make her very difficult to kill, even if you combine the magical outburst of these two heroes. Now EY, all by herself, she's getting stalked by Self-Inflicted. But here comes Nemo, together with Gorgeous. Now Myron is getting caught in there. There's a stun activated by EY going aggressive. But she's not going to go further forward. Or will she? Or no, she's not. She's just going to bait there. Now Strawberry gets chased on. There's a bounce on Strawberry. But BB coming to the rescue. Let's see what BB can do here. I mean, I like with the timing of BB. And there's the Shadow Dance activated. But it's not going to be enough. Now, bro, look at that. Oh, dear. Barbie Michelle gets killed by the zombies. But EY doing that sort of follow-up damage. And now Myron's going to get assaulted. Myron's going to go down. She does go down. Now Self-Inflicted next on the targets list. That's a 3-on-3 assault. And Team Vengeance losing it. And the damage from EY is just too much. Self-Inflicted, can she run away? Yes, she does run away, activates a shrine, but she's still going to get slowed down by EY. EY, that damage outburst is just too much, and EY is on a triple kill. Now Shanicha forced to go in that area, but she's going to be too late, as Strawberry was able to track her down. So, yeah, that's what so it's all boiled. See, if you look at that 3-on-3 assault, one, survivability was an issue. I mean, the fact was that Pugna died, then their survivability options decreased, because Pugna is the only sort of hero who can make the team survive. And add the fact that, you know, that free farm created allowed EY to get the damage item as Shanicha. Did Shanicha? Oh yeah, Shanicha. I knew it. It has to be Shanicha. But going back, you see the space created there, EY getting the damage items, it just makes her having that sort of easy pick off on these three heroes, the Wind Ranger, the Pugna, and the Vengeful. And now EY is going to go Assault. She's going to go Assault and going to go aggressive, activates her ultimate. There's a swap around on Nemo. There's a Chain Frost activated on Myron. Myron goes down. Shanicha next on the target list. She won't stand a chance against EY. Barbie Michelle next on the target list. Can Barbie Michelle go down? No, Barbie Michelle survives. She nearly died in there from the skin of her teeth. But that EY being very aggressive pays the price, but boy, the damage that she produces is just absolutely bonkers and out of this universe. Now, Gorgeous gonna go for items that will really sustain herself, like Vanguard and the Blade Mail. The other end, BB, obviously gonna go for team fights. But yeah, EY is very dangerous, but she's slowly becoming reckless in that, and we've seen it earlier in that clash. If she continues to be this reckless, that Team Vengeance could capitalize on that. Now, I think their next target should be Roshan, because with this sort of items that you have, if you're Team Searena, you could easily kill Roshan. I mean, the fact is, you have all the damage items for your Lifestealer, and then you have Mirana with a range, and she has the Moonlight Shadow if ever things go a bit awful. As, Shanicha getting another kill, and Shanicha is just trying her best to be a sly fox hunting for rabbits in the forest. And she is quite sly and untouchable. And that's what you want to see. You want that Shadow Blade to make an impact in this game, and that's what Team Vengeance are doing. And if this carries on, and if Shanicha gets all the items needed, EY is going to charge on forward, doesn't even seem to care who her target is. Her goal is to find a target. But there's a Doom, invisible. Oh, she's there to stun on Nemo. Nemo might go down. Nemo forced to activate her first skill to make sure she survives. And the Nether War doing that damage on every hero on the side of Team Searena. But it doesn't care, because the Doom is down. The Doom is down. Now they could charge further forward without that hero who provides sustainability for Team Vengeance. Okay, now let's see. Tier 2 tower is next on the target list. Myron forced to defend together with her teammates. But will it be enough? Especially with his damage. Are they going to go for Roshan? Well, too early yet, because it's still a 4 and 5 assault. And Shanicha could easily capitalize on all of them being stuck in the Roche pit. But she'll slowly get obliterated by EY, no doubt about that, as Roshan's going to get assaulted. And I'm not sure if Team Vengeance are aware of the fact that Roshan is assaulted. Let's see if they have wards. They have an observer ward here. I'm not sure if they heard the footsteps or the brawl that's happening in this pit. I think they're going to go for Roshan. Oh, they're not. They're going to concede Roshan. And EY, among all the heroes, that you certainly would not like to receive that. It has to be EY. Oh, backstab. Nope, not a backstab. They're just going to look for targets. Shanicha is the perfect target, because she's quite a nuisance for Team Searena, especially what she's done on picking off the roaming supports. Here's Shanicha. Shanicha. Oh, there's a stun in Shanicha. Oh, she's turned invisible. Activates her Shadow Blade, but it's not going to be enough. Can she run away? Forced to activate the Shadow Dance, and she lives. She lives. That's important. I mean, with Shanicha alive, your Team Vengeance, you'll be like, whew. Okay, thank goodness she survived, because if she doesn't, then we'll be left for dead. I mean, she is the prize jewel of Team Vengeance. If she's gone, the team suffers, because EY will have the easiest moment of her life. Because Shanicha is like the only person who could go head to head with EY, although, to be honest, EY is just too much firepower for Shanicha. But with these 5 combined, they could slow down EY. I mean, it's important that all of them live, because you have the damage from Shanicha, and you have the sustainability from the Doom and the Pugna. Okay, let's see what happens. Gorgeous. Yeah, she's just positioning herself in the right area. Shanica, self-inflicted, activates a shackle shot. Tier 2 tower goes down in the mid lane. Shanica pushing in the top lane without even any regard for human life. She just doesn't even seem to understand the feelings of Team Searena. Like, it's just a tower, I'm just gonna obliterate it. Let them push the mid lane, it's all theirs. I'm gonna concede this. Or maybe not. Let's see what Shanica has to do. She's gonna look for targets, definitely. But I think they're all here. The foods are here. Oh, Voy coming to the rescue, turning invisible, but no, the sustainability and the healing factor is just too much to handle. Now EY is there. EY is going to chase on Voy. Voy might go down in the chain frost, slowing everyone down. And it'll combine it with the Warlock's Assault. And that's going to be a living nightmare, but no. This is not going to look pretty good here if you're Team Vengeance, especially when Strawberry's having a sort of free hit. Actually, it's not looking good for Searena because of the fact that they've overextended, and that overextension is causing them too much. And they're going to pay the price for that as EY is forced to retreat. And here's the problem with that. Yes, they activated the Chain Frost perfectly. Yes, they activated their spells perfectly. What they didn't count into consideration was that Shanica was actually lurking behind the back. And when she was lurking, and she found the right moment to strike, and the right moment to strike was when all these spells have been activated, the Chain Frost and the ultimate from the Doom. Now, Shanica, she won't be targeted by the Chain Frost, will be like, yes, this is the perfect moment to strike. Now, I can help my teammates in a brawl, which happened which happened. And EY was far behind. She was trying to chase Voy. And here's the thing. EY was killed by Voy, but all thanks to the Aegis of the Immortal, lives and goes for round number 2. Now EY is going to get assaulted there. And EY goes down, that's big. EY, oh, that's going to be big there. And Shanica, capitalizing on EY's low health, realizes, okay, now I can go aggressive. And that's what you want to see. So Shanica timing her assaults patiently, and that's really doing a good job for Team Vengeance. You want to capitalize on these assaults. And now that the Lifestealer is gone, together with the Aegis of the Immortal, this could be Vengeance's opening. Oh, and add the fact that they have some additional AoEs with Barbie Michelle and Voy. Yeah, I think if you look at it, Team Vengeance, yeah, they could capitalize on this. Strawberry, oh, Shanica, there's a pounce, but it's not going to chase on Strawberry. And the long-range damage from Strawberry intimidating anyone. So let's see what the Shanica is going to do. I don't know what her next item is. Oh, she brought a Silver Edge. So now that she has a Silver Edge, that gives her more tankiness. Her stats are increasing. So what can Voy here? I think I like what Voy's doing here, turning invisible and looking for praise, which is the reason why it forces Team Searena to assault Team Vengeance, and they've executed their spells because of this nuisance called Voy. The problem is they've activated all their spells, and Shanica was like, yes, that's what I want to see. Now I can push and charge. And I think that's what the tactics are, as look who gets shredded apart, and the mobility of Team Vengeance paying dividends. They actually have an extremely mobile unit with the Slark and the Shadow Blade, with this and the Run, and then with Voy and the Shadow Blade as well. So they could easily pick off anyone here from Team Searena, and Searena has no options. I mean, I was expecting they would counter that with the Infest Bomb, combine it with the Mirana, but I haven't seen it in this game, the Infest Mirana combination, which we normally see, especially when you have Mirana and Lifestealer together. But so far I haven't seen it in this game. Although Mirana has the items needed. It's the Lincoln Sphere and it's the Hurricane Pike, which is very important in getting that sort of in right clicks in 5-on-5 assaults. Now, Lifestealer. Let's see what her next item is. Belt of Strength. She's gonna go for a Skull Basher. Abyssal is next on the target list. It's either she goes for Abyssal. Yeah, Abyssal Yeah, Abyssal is going to be the target. Or Monkey King Bar, I think, because you wanna get that sort of attack speed, which is quite useful. So let's see. So last hit to the nice. Initially, it was all Strawberry and EY. Now you have Shanica with that sort of momentum. The fact that she's farming easily, and the fact that the supports of Team Searena are just getting wrecked apart by her presence is making things very difficult for Team Searena. Now the mid lane is under siege for the nth time for the side of Team Vengeance. Will this be a successful defense? Oh, now Gorgeous going aggressive. There's the ultimate activated. There's a Moonlight Shadow as a sort of insurance policy. Now Shanica doing her job, fighting through the back lines, but in the front lines, Team Searena just charging further forward, and Shanica capitalizing on anyone in front of her face. She's just targeting anyone as if they're free fish food. They are free fish food, fresh from the market. And she's like, oh, I love this day, and it's gonna make me happy, and it's actually the best moment of her life. Boy, she timed her spells efficiently, her ultimate and her silver edge. And that's what you want, that's what you like about her skill set in the Slark. It's really, really good. Like her first priorities were the easy targets, and when they were gone, that's when she started hunting the major targets, which were the Lifestealer and the Mirana, together with the offlaner Gorgeous. And Barbie Michelle self-inflicted, doing that, distracting the main threats of Team Searena. Now they're gonna push through the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. It's all exposed. Remember, the Lifestealer is down. Combine it with the Nether Blast, and that gives more pushing progress for Team Vengeance. Remember, Vengeance are bottom of this league. They need to get this win. If they get this win, that's a huge sigh of relief, especially knowing how they've performed, as the Shrine is going to get assaulted. Yeah, if Vengeance wins this game, Shanica's the MVP, no doubt. Now they're just going to take on the Shrines. The Shrines are gone on both areas, and that's a major issue for Searena because their vision has been trimmed down. Yeah, their vision is trimmed down because they don't have those Shrines to provide that additional source of tactical intel. So it's gone. And Shanica has the Eye of Skadi. That's what makes her more devastating. With that Eye of Skadi, she could slow down anyone. And I mean, the perfect targets from that Skadi would be Warlock and Lich. Actually, yeah, not just those two. She could even use that on the Mirana. And Mirana wouldn't be able to live a Telltale survival. Now, this is the difference between Team Vengeance in Game 1 and in Game number 2. In Game 1, they were so focused on AoE damages. Here in Game 2, they decide, okay, let's go for an AoE sustainability, and let's combine it with a right-click action from the Slark. The goal is to make sure that the Slark gets the necessary items, which is happening, apparently, all thanks to the fact that she's timed her abilities on the most easy of all praise. So this Slark has really done a good job. Now the tier 3 towers are under siege here. On the top lane as well, the mid lane is already destroyed. And this could be space for Team Vengeance. Vengeance needs this win, as I mentioned earlier. Now Vengeance, knowing that Team Searena are confused, dazed, and bamboozled as of this moment, they'll say, let's just attack this Roche Pit. The Roche Pit is a must to defend. There's a Nether Ward as that sort of as a sort of medical card. Self-inflicted being that sort of distraction for the side of Team Searena. Yeah, she's just baiting them. And look, Shanica gets the Aegis of the Immortal. So initially it was EY, now it's Shanica. Another hero who we don't like to have to possess that Aegis of the Immortal. The cheese hasn't been gotten yet, but Shanica's gonna get caught, especially with the Sentry Ward, by Team Searena. And there's an Observer Ward as well. Great. Now Shanica, if she gets picked off here, it's not a good sign if you're Team Vengeance. So Searena looking very patiently. They know that Shanica is coming through. And look who gets caught. BB, can you run away? There's a tombstone to keep the team alive, but it's not going to be enough. But Shanica overextends. But she's going to sacrifice the Aegis of the Immortal for the greater good. Now EY, this could be her time, her moment to shine. But no, Shanica's damage is just too much. There's a bounce and the Doom combined is going to get a kill on EY. EY gets obliterated. Kaboom, she goes down. Now Nemo is going to get picked off. Strawberry next on the target list. And Shanica's going to be like, oh, as it looked like, oh, I'm going to be a monster of all women, and I'm going to attack through the racks. Oh, and Shanica just timed her abilities well. She saw an easy prey under BB and charged BB out of the target list. And now, Shanica blinks out. She's going to survive. Now, EY, this is her turn to make a vengeance. Yes, she gets a kill on Myron. The Doom. But getting a kill on the Doom is not going to be enough. This is the high-risk priority, and that's Shanica. There's EY. Why did Shanica, being so overconfident, gonna pay the price? She's gonna go down, and that's not good if you're Team Vengeance. I mean, why would be so careless there? When in fact you have the momentum at your side, and that could potentially lead to a comeback for Team Searena. So that 22k net worth lead of yours, do not rely on it. You still have to bring your best performance yet. Net worth, it's becoming the Vengeance show in terms of net worth, especially what Shanica has been doing. So we'll go back to the last hits in the night. So the Life Stealer still leading, and knocking on the doorstep is the Wind Ranger. Now Michelle, look at that attack speed from Strawberry. EY trying to frighten anyone. Self-inflicted, tries to go through the action match. No, the Rax is gonna get assaulted here. The Rax is assaulted. Look, Barbie Michelle's gonna get assaulted. Barbie Michelle, one more hit, she goes down. Now self-inflicted next on the target list, but here comes Shanica to the rescue. Nemo activates a Chain Frost, but no, the separation is keeping the team alive. But Strawberry doesn't even seem to care what's happening between Shanica and the rest of the crew. She's just gonna attack through the objectives, but no, her efforts are not gonna be enough. She dies in vain. Oh, it's a triple kill on Shanica. BB, TP out, TP out. Oh, she TP's out. Oh, thank goodness, BB. Oh, says BB in a sigh of relief, and as she realized that she's not going to suffer from any sort of ailments, whether cancer, all because of the fact that her teleportation scroll has managed to keep her alive. And Shanica, thank goodness you don't have a stun. Although Voy has a stun. But who cares? If I got caught by Shanica, and I could do a TP on her face, the fact that she doesn't have stun, and that's good news if you're BB. Now Strawberry buys herself in the game. Okay, Shanica going back and forth, back and forth. Damage from Strawberry doesn't even seem to hurt Shanica. It's just like a tickle. Now Voy together with Myron. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, I love this from Voy. Okay, Shanica's like, I'm the bait, I'm the bait. Oh, and oh, they're not buying through the bait, says Shanica. I look like a fish. And why didn't they use me to free the sharks? Well, I guess they're frightened of my skills, said Shanica. Actually, she just, went to the top lane to defend it because it's already gonna be exposed. Although here it's already been destroyed, the barracks, the melee racks, but the range racks have managed to keep itself alive. So if you're Strawberry, what can you do? Item check. You have Orchid Malevolence on the side of Mirana. Yeah, she's gonna go for a Blood Thorn, no doubt about that, especially if you have an Orchid. Oh, look at the stun activated on Strawberry, but of course the Lincoln Sphere was already activated, and there's the Doom. The Strawberry is gonna go by. She's gonna turn into Rotten Strawberry. Now they're gonna go and push this area. BB is an easy target. Can BB run away? BB, Life Stealer's items. She has a Skull Basher and the Assault Cuirass, and that gives more attack speed and sustainability and survivability. And EY could be on a happy roll with those items at her disposal. And with those items at her arsenal, she'll be like, finally, I can have a counter to Shanica. Possibly, although I wouldn't say it's going to be a perfect counter. As Gorgeous is forced to provide that defensive measure, and here comes the Golem as a sort of offensive weapon. Doom's getting caught, but no, it's not going to do that sort of follow-up assault, because one, while the Chain Frost was activated, Vengeance have positioned themselves perfectly to separate themselves. Okay, let's see. Vengeance saying, this is our time, this is our sort of comeback that we desperately need to do this. Win or lose, we must do this. Take the tier 3 tower. Now Void charging further forward. There's a swap in on Nemo. Nemo's in a lot of trouble. Myron, there's a stun there. Here comes EY coming to the rescue for his teammates, but it's not going to be enough, will it? She's going to get a kill on Void, but no, she finds her new target. It's Myron, the stun from Void to keep the team alive. EY goes down, all because of self-inflicted with a sort of shackle shot. Combine it with Barbie Michelle, helping her teammates survive. Oh, that is good news in there. And now that EY is gone, Searena is already conceding the base. The base is already destroyed no matter what they do, Searena. This ain't a game of Warcraft where you just build cement and build cement with Age of Empires or whatever strategy game you have in mind. It's all fallen. And the mega creeps are out. And Searena will definitely have to say what went wrong in here. We have to assess our game plan. And look, the tier 4 towers are salted. Look at this. Oh, BB forced to use her. She's forced to use her Glimmer Cape to keep her alive. But no, the lifesteal, the life drain from Barbie Michelle doing its dividends. Know what's happening, but who cares? Shanisha destroys the tower. The throne is under siege. Searena going very desperate here to defend this area. Can they get a kill? Yes, they get a kill. And Barbie Michelle. Now Shanisha next on the list. Shanisha. And Strawberry. I'm going to do the evil geniuses. Can she do the evil geniuses here? Can she do it? Coming back from a mega creeps. Winning it all. Go, Strawberry. Go. Go, kill that range creep. Son of a, she says. Now she can go charge on these mega monstrous creeps. Will we see an evil geniuses play for Team Searena? Or will Vengeance just laugh at them and say, hey, defend the towers, man. Defend your throne. We're just gonna have fun here, watching you guys suffer as a butterfly. Okay, Doom has disconnected from the game. I mean, the game's about to end, and we see a last-minute disconnection. How awful. Anyway, while this is happening, let's see in the Twitch chat. It's 1:17. Oh, Doom has reconnected to the game. Expecting an unpause to happen. Unpause, please. Alright, Myron says game. 29k net worth lead. 50-39 is a score. So wraparound for Team Vengeance. And Searena has nothing else to offer. Searena. Where are Searena? They're just gonna let these mega creeps do the damage. Oh, Doom has disconnected once more. So with Doom gone, so what went wrong for Team Searena? Why are they already getting wrecked apart here? Like what I said, it's Shanicha's effort. I mean, the fact that she's constantly pressuring the roaming supports, and that's where she got all the food needed and all the gold needed just to get all her items. And finally, getting this draw is very important for Team Searena. At least they get 1 point after that grueling, that heartbreaking defeat in the first game. Well, they could get 8 points, and they could say, well, we've done good against Team Searena. And look at these mega creeps doing that sort of damage, killing these poor creeps. I wonder what Gorgeous has to do. Let's see her arsenal. Oh, she has a Crimson Guard, but will it be enough? I don't think so. I mean, she bought the Crimson Guard because she's worried of what Shanica is going to do to her teammates, but it's still not going to be enough because Shanica is just like, look at the damage, 204 plus 276. Guys, have you ever seen that? Come on. It's like, well, you want me to, oh, he wasn't, okay, I'm confused. I thought it was 200 something, or maybe because she had a double damage rune. But Shanica doesn't even seem to care. Oh, she's just forced to retreat. It's all mega creeps. It's a mega creep galore for the side of Team Vengeance, and Team Searena was like, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Where do we defend? Mid, top, all the areas of the map. We need to do something. Now Vengeance, certainly that space created, they could get all the necessary items that they need in the brawl, like this Aghanim Scepter on the side of Myron. Self-inflicted has the Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn on self-inflicted. Someone please get the memo, the intel. If you're Team Searena, someone has a Bloodstone. And then you have these two items, Heaven's Halberd and the Shadow Blade. That sort of Shadow Blade is causing a nightmare for Team Searena. I think they haven't really coped up with that, the Shadow Blade issue. How do you solve a problem with a Shadow Blade? It seems unsolvable. Now look at this, the Mega Creeps, they could just attack the throne, and the throne with EY with that sort of defensive pressure stance, will it be enough for Team Searena to make a comeback and live under defeat? I mean, sorry, and be on par with what EG did. Gorgeous. Mercy Assault is just a shy approach for these two teams. Very taciturn yet. No aggression for both teams. The Mega Creeps are the ones killing the thrones. And Searena in a major dilemma. Though look at the Warlock activated, but here comes EY Divine. That sort of additional damage needed. But Shanica through the back lines. Doesn't even seem to care. And of course, Barbie Michelle about to go down, but no, Shanica comes into the rescue. Barbie Michelle manages to use her Force Staff to keep her alive. And now Voi's gonna go down here. Will she go down? And Shanica in the fountain, providing that distraction, letting the creeps do the job. And that's what you do called objective gaming, as Vengeance has finally fulfilled their name and getting that Game 2 victory. 40-53 is the score with a 27k net worth. Shanica, you are the MVP of this game. And that's it for today. I'm Kenzie Wonderdrift signing off. And this will be my last match to broadcast. When will I be live next? I'll announce soon in my Facebook.com. Just follow me on Facebook.com/Wonderdrift. That's because that's where I post all my stuff. Twitter, that's at Kenzie Wonderdrift. Kenzie, remove the I and E, and then spell the Wonderdrift. Yeah, that's all. Okay, goodbye, good night. So actually, good morning. It's already 1:15 a.m. And enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good night's sleep. Hasta luego. Adios. What else do I have to say? Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir.